Good morning, this is your daily outlook for Wednesday the 21st of September. The US dollar edged lower against higher yielding currencies during the US session as risk appetite stayed supported. Focus turns to the Federal Reserve monetary policy decision announced today at 18:15 GMT, and investors are expecting to see if FOMC policymakers will announce a policy called Operation Twist. With this policy, the Fed would replace short-term debt with longer debt bonds, resulting in lower long-term interest rates. Against the Swiss franc, the dollar edged higher to 0.8987 from 0.8790. On talks, the Swiss National Bank lifted its Euro-Swiss target to 125 francs from 120. Against the Japanese yen, the dollar fell close to a record low at 76.11 yesterday, but later the pair recovered to 76.82 as investors were wary of the risk of intervention by the Bank of Japan. The euro ticks higher against its major counterparts ahead of the US Federal Reserve interest rate decision today. Asian equities turned positive as investors are expecting the Fed to announce new measures to boost the US economy. Greece promised to apply further austerity measures to the public sector, expressing confidence that the country will receive the next tranche of financial aid. Against the US dollar, the euro rose as high as 137.43 from 135.93 versus the Swiss franc. The euro edged as high as 123.29 yesterday from 120.48. The Australian dollar rose against the dollar as an improved risk appetite in the market supports demand for high-yielding currencies. The pair jumped to 103.11 from 101.69. The British pound also rebounded, trading off an 8-month low versus the greenback as investors' attention shifts to the Bank of England meeting minutes. The pair hit 157.46 from 156.57. Looking at commodities, we saw oil prices tick higher to $87.65 a barrel from $85.50. Gold rose to $1,815.10 an ounce from $1,769.51, and silver also edged higher to $40.28 an ounce from $39.13. Now let's take a look at what the currencies have been doing. The euro-dollar pivot point was 137.50 with a preference to enter into short positions at 137.40. The dollar-yen pivot point was 76.55 with a preference to enter into short positions at 76.50. The Aussie dollar pivot point was 102.25 with a preference to enter into long positions at 102.25. The sterling dollar pivot point was 157.70 with a preference to enter into short positions at 157.60, and the dollar CAD pivot point was at 0.9950 with a preference to enter into short positions at 0.9950. Now looking at commodities. The oil pivot point was 85.75 with a preference to enter into long positions at 85.75. The gold pivot point was at 1795 with a preference to enter into long positions at 1795. And the silver pivot point was at 39.55 with a preference to enter into long positions at 39.55. On today's calendar, the market movers are the UK public sector net borrowing in August forecast to rise to 11.25 billion. Canada Consumer Price Index in August forecast to gain 0.1%. US existing home sales change in August forecast to rise to 4.71 million, and US Fed interest rate decision forecast to keep rates unchanged at 0.25%. Now on to equity markets. US equities were mixed yesterday with SP 500 down 0.17% and the Dow was up 0.07%. European bourses were positive with the FTSE up 1.98%, the DAX was up 2.88% and the CAC was up 1.50%. At the time of writing, the Nikkei was up 0.37% and the Hang Seng was down 0.26%. This has been your Daily Outlook. I'm Emma and Joe from Easy Forex Dealing Room. Have a good day.
Not only have you found a great place for Forex news, you found a great place to trade it. Registration is easy. Just click Join Now. Membership has its unique benefits, such as the freeze rate, the trade simulator, the inside viewer, and personal dealers. Your personal account manager is waiting for you now.